Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm glad y'all in the building. We're going to have a quick train ride tonight, okay? It is Friday night trending topics. And listen, people, let me say this to y'all really quickly, too. You know, I told you I ain't got no problem with no other YouTuber. I don't have no problems with the people. You know, I celebrate everybody. Tasha K, you know, she did what she did. I hope she, recovers from it. But I was over there at the Tasha K channel watching a story she had. Oh God, I guess I'm gonna call it, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna call it an entanglement. It was an entanglement that went really bad, and it kind of connected into a little bit of what we went over last night in trending topics, where a lot of people said, you know, they gonna do what they have to do if somebody do something to them. There's a young lady, I want to say her name is Savannah Grant. Maybe later on, I'll try to, before we depart, I'll try to pull up. I'm not going to play none of the video because y'all ain't going to get me in trouble over here. But I'm going to pull up the two videos I feel y'all should go over there and watch, because the young lady was in an entanglement, unauthorized threesome, got the fighting with the I don't know which one of them was the side chick, but the two ladies got the fighting over this darn man. And now one of them went to jail for 20 years. Let me just tell you this right here, right now. Let me I'll be honest with you. There ain't no man on this earth. I don't care what we was doing, what he done to me, or how he made me feel. There is no man on this earth, I promise you that I'm gonna be fighting some other chick for that man. He's yours. You can have him. I'm good. Y'all have fun. I ain't going to jail for nobody. Nobody. And that's on everything I own and have. I'm not going to jail for nobody. Okay? And if he wants you and y'all together, y'all go live your best life together. Because I promise you this, girlfriend, if he cheated on me, he gonna cheat on you. What goes around comes around. But I ain't gonna be behind bars over no dude. I ain't never had nothing that was that darn good. No, I have not. But that's just a public service announcement. But go over there to the Tasha K channel. Come on now, that's what it's called, Nikki, an unauthorized threesome. When your man is out there with somebody else and you ain't even have no clue. It's called the unauthorized threesome. And don't put me in no unauthorized threesome, because I ain't gonna worry about trying to do nothing to the other chick. I'm gonna choke you. Get out of here. Don't get me involved with that mess. Come on. I'm not doing jails. I don't want them to clink me up. I don't want nobody telling me when I can shower, go to the bathroom, wash my hair, comb my hair, brush my teeth. No, I likes my freedom. Okay. You're dusty. Child, Pierre, you got to go over there and see it. It was a mess. She interviewed the girl first and then the man. And he was a whole hot mess. Lied on the chick up in the court. And that's what got her probably to 20 years. Woo, child, but go over there to Tasha K. Show Tasha K some love. It was a mess, okay? So anyway, people, we're going to talk about what we got on the agenda tonight here on the trending topics for Friday night. Come on, it's an unauthorized threesome. Y'all better come on, put that in the vocabulary. Unauthorized threesome. Now, this is mother, and she was a grandmother. Wanted to get the BBL. And unfortunately, she's no longer here. Only 46 years old. We're going to talk about it. Then we got, we always got a story about the airplane. This time it was the pilot. The pilot was pissed, and now he may not have no job no more. Okay? Then we're going to talk about a girlfriend's truth, a girlfriend versus friendship. You want to know another thing I learned about in relationships? Tread lightly when you want to go to one of your friends and tell your friend that their man is doing them dirty, or because honey, they turn on you. I've known a lot of girls that have turned on a friend because they want to tell them, yo, I saw your man over there at the Cheesecake Factory with some other chick. They turn on you, not the man. You like, yo, he the one, he the one. I'm just giving you information. No, they turn on you. Next thing you know, you don't have a friend. All right? But we're going to get into this trending topics because we got the people on the platform waiting. And I see we got a lot of people in the building. We got 145 in the building. I hope y'all not cheating. I hope y'all didn't hop this train. I need y'all to hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button, people. It's Friday night. Can the diva get a like, okay? Hit the like button because I'm about to board this train. Can I get a what in the chat? Somebody give me what I need. I need a what? A choo-choo. Come on, everybody. Give me a choo-choo so I can board this train because we got people on the platform waiting to get in. Jason, I'm glad you made it. Did you get your ticket? Hit that like button, okay? Can I get a what in the chat? I need a choo-choo. Somebody give it to me, please, so I can board this train. Thank you, Rebels. I can always count on you. A what? A choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. I'm about to board this train for Friday night trending topics. And we got the people on the platform waiting to get in the building. All right, now we got Roy here. What's up, boo?
What's up? Listen, I was finna, come and hang out with y'all, but duty calls and I gotta go handle my business. So I'll catch y'all in a few.
Whoa. He got to go his business. Hey, E.
Hey, Diva. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
Hey,
Diva.
Okay.
Hey, Diva.
Hey. Hi. Okay, yes, everybody's in.
You were speaking fat.
Yeah, well, hold on. The drink card is open.
Uh-oh.
The drink card is open on a Friday night. Chef Kev in the building. Hey, Chef Kev.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hey, Chef.
All is well. Pia. Pia said, choo-choo, sign no deal. Don't nobody blackie at the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Okay. I like Cheesecake Factory, Pia.
I'm black. I go there.
No more. Okay. All right.
Ooh,
then. All right. Oh, oops. Hey, Wayne. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, did I click on everybody? All right, people. We got the people here on the platform. We do have one slot open because we're 9 in the building, okay?
Next to my best friend tonight.
Hold on. It's the train is packed. That's it. Boom. It's
packed.
It's packed. Okay. We got the building and the train is packed. So we're about to get into this. Please, nobody interrupt me as I'm going through the story. So everybody mute your lines and then I'll go around and I will talk to everybody. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Unfortunately, this mother and the grandmother, she decided she wanted a BBL, and now she is no longer here. Let me share this screen, and we're going to get into this story. Hold on one second, guys. Let me make sure I got the right story here. So we will get into it. So grandmother of 11. Let me see. Let's X that out. A grandmother of 11 dies at the Botched BBL. Surgeon fined $10K and forced to attend a mandatory lecture. That doesn't seem like a lot for somebody that lost their life. You're fined $10K and you're forced to attend a mandatory lecture. Let me just go down here. We'll listen to the situation first, and then I'll read a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. So let me just make sure I got this queued up right. Hold on one second, guys.
Of an Indiana woman who died after a plastic surgery procedure. Is the latest family looking for answers about how this could all happen?
NBC6 reporter Julie Leonardi is live at Miami-Dade Police headquarters, where officers are investigating what happened in a story that we've been reporting only on NBC6. Hi, Julie.
Hi. Well, this family is just absolutely devastated. They say that Walker leaves behind a huge family. That's why many of those family members flew from Chicago to Miami today to meet with police, and they're hoping they find some answers. Tanisha Walker's family now dealing with a huge loss. Her niece just arrived in Miami, meeting her cousin, Walker's oldest daughter, to sort things out.
This is my first time seeing her since she passed, and when I got to her, she was like weak in the knees. So it's really hard for her right now, and I could just imagine because her youngest is 19.
Tatianisha Middleton, Walker's niece, says her aunt was just 45 years old and a mother of 4 with 11 grandchildren.
She was just a patient person. Like, she was always open and willing to do anything for anybody. So this really hit us hard because she was a really big person in our family.
She says Walker cared for the entire family and was always there when they needed her. They supported her flying to Miami for plastic surgery. Walker had a Brazilian butt lift, or BBL, and liposuction done by a doctor at New Life Plastic Surgery. A BBL is a popular plastic surgery procedure in which fat is taken from undesired parts of the body and injected into the butt or back. The clinic, New Life Plastic Surgery, tells NBC6 that Walker's procedure went as expected and was a success. The clinic says she went in at 9:35 a.m. and was transferred to the recovery room at 11:05 a.m. She was discharged and picked up by the driver of a recovery center called Chasing Dreams just before 2. The owner of Chasing Dreams was the one who picked up Walker from the clinic. She says Walker felt sick, so she drove her straight to the hospital.
By the time she got back to the front seat, my aunt was on her knees because of the procedure, and she said that her head dropped.
Middleton says her aunt died at the hospital, but says New Life told her she died while in the care of the recovery center. In an exclusive interview, the family of the first patient told NBC6 she died in February after a blood clot ended up in her lungs, almost 2 weeks after her surgery. She had undergone a liposuction and tummy tuck with a different doctor. Now, New Life today, again, telling us the timeline of that surgery and that pickup. Meantime, that family, they tell us they're at the hospital and they're hoping to be able to identify the body today. She says the doctor that performed that surgery has offered to pay for the family's funeral expenses. Live in Durrell, Julie Leonardi, NBC6 News.
Funeral expenses. You got more. I got more questions for you. Okay, you got to answer some things. So let me just go up here. So grandmother of 11 dies after botched BBL surgeon fined $10K and forced to attend a mandatory lecture. On February 3rd, plastic surgeon Dr. Oliver Simmons was hit with a $10K fine due to his part in the death of Tanisha Walker. In April 2022, Walker was a patient of Dr. Simmons at New Life Plastic Surgery in Miami. Walker saw Dr. Simmons for butt fat grafting surgery, or BBL. Okay. Reports the 46-year-old ventured from Indiana to see Dr. Simmons after a local surgeon denied her request for the surgery due to her BMI. Walker family told the news station that she stated she was going to New Life's plastic surgery for a breast reduction. Her decision to add liposuction and a BBL to the trip came after the local doctor denied her. According to a statement released by the clinic, Walker had her procedure at 9:35 a.m. She was in recovery from room at 11:05 a.m. The clinic claims Walker's surgery, I don't know why this is playing. Walker's surgery was a success and she was in good spirits. Her last contact with the clinic was at 1:39 p.m. when she was discharged to Chasing Dreams Recovery Home. The owner of Chasing Dreams, Charlie Butler, stated she took the patient to the hospital after she noticed she was unresponsive during the transport. Walker's niece, the one that was speaking on the news there, provided a statement that mirrored Butler's. When she came into the truck, she was telling them she was lightheaded and didn't feel well, the statement reads. The grandmother of 11 died at the hospital 3 days after her surgery. The medical examiner's office autopsy documented Walker's death as an accident caused by a pulmonary fat embolism. The Miami Herald provided details from the Department of Health investigation conducted by the medical examiner. It was stated that Simmons violated, and that's the doctor, Florida law by injecting fat into Walker's gluteal muscles during the BBL. Walker's family flew to Miami to get answers surrounding her passing. Although the cause of death was stated, they are still looking for someone to be held responsible. I'm not going to say it's a relief because it's nowhere near a relief to me, but I appreciate the fact that we know the truth of what really happened. Walker's daughter shared, "My mom isn't supposed to be dead. She's still supposed to be here with us." Her niece added, "She was there for everyone. She took care of all of them emotionally." Middleton also shared her skepticism over the actions of the surgery clinic. "I feel like it's something going on with that facility, specifically the doctor, because his story is opposite with what the transport lady told us." Also, just to let you know, there were other people that went to this particular facility, and they had 2 other patients serviced by 2 different doctors at that same facility who lost their life. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll start with you, Dustin. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this, these were getting the surgery, the BBL surgery. This is the 3rd time I heard about somebody dying on a table of a surgery of a BBL in the last couple months. And I think BBL, I think it needs to be. I'm sorry to say this, but I think it needs to be outlawed because I think it's getting to be way too dangerous. And every time, this is the 3rd time I heard something about this. Not about this story, but the 3rd time I heard about a death in the last 2 months about a BBL. And I think it needs to be investigated. Whoever did this needs to lose their license. And I think that certain people should only get BBLs, if anybody at all, because I don't think BBLs are just getting way too dangerous.
Yeah, it's sad. Felicia, your thoughts?
Hey everybody, good evening everyone.
Hey.
So I was listening and I went on there to look at the reviews. That place has gotten some really bad reviews. And this was before she had her procedure. They've got bad ratings with what's that? The Better Business Bureau, and people put it all on the website. And I believe people have the right to choose. And so it seems like this wonderful mother, aunt, grandmother made a choice that ended her life. And for that, I'm sorry, and my condolences to the family.
Absolutely. I agree. Denzel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is really sad.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I hope they find out what happened, and what caused it. Women, they should love their body the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
This people need to just be thankful what God blessed them with, because the end of the day, surgery.
Denzel, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, it shifted.
That's okay.
But yeah, so like I was saying, people, they should be thankful what God gave them and love their body the way it is. And because that surgery, it's no joke. It's life or death. And people need to be careful with that. And so rest in peace to her. Condolences to her children and her family and friends. Like, we just gotta stay prayed up. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Denzel. Nikki, your thoughts?
Oh Jesus, I didn't know I was next. Okay.
I think this is tragic. It's unfortunate. I would like to know what the victim actually, if she said anything, if she made any comments, if she said, you know, my head hurts, my leg hurts, because no one has said anything she said it, unless I missed it. It sounds like they've said, oh, what the doctor said or what the facility said that was transporting her. But unless she was just unconscious most of this time, I'm like, I would feel like she might say something, even if she was, because after surgery, that the anesthesia can make you very kind of like wonky and not really able to, you know, say things because you're not fully coherent. But I've had surgeries and I've woken up being like, I'm in pain, I'm hurting. And I can remember those things, but I don't remember everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just wonder if, I would love to know if she made any type of comment like, oh, I'm hot or I'm cold or my arm hurts or anything like that, because I just would like to know what exactly caused her untimely, I don't know, can we say death? I don't know if we could say that, but because it's just sad. I mean, I would say this. I think people have the right to and should always have the right to go do whatever they want to do medically to their bodies, because you could have two people have the same exact surgery from the same exact doctor. They could have the same exact symptoms and everything else. And one, you know, does great and the other one doesn't. You know, our bodies are the same, but they're very, very different in terms of how they respond to certain things. So it's like, if it makes people happy, do whatever makes you happy. But I'm just like, if they've already had some problematic situations where other people at this facility have passed away from similar things, because people could pass away from anything, right? But from similar things, and it's kind of like, now I've got to look at you like sideways, like, why are you still, because something is wrong if you're performing a similar surgery and people are continuing to pass away. That's my thing. And it's not like, I mean, what did they say? She's like 45 or something like that. So if you're 45, relatively, you're usually healthy. And then I believe, I could be wrong about this, but don't they do some sort of like preliminary, let's talk about your heart, let's talk about, like, if you have any other medical problems, they want to make sure that, you know, those are not going to be, you know, cause a problem for the surgery that you're having. So that's my thing. And then the only last thing, I just feel like if it doesn't add up, there's a lie somewhere. And to me, something is not adding up here. Like, somebody isn't telling the whole truth. That's how I feel about it. But praying for her family, because that sucks, especially because it's so, you know, it's one thing if someone's passing of cancer or something like that. I don't know. Can we say that word?
Yeah.
You know, if it's a long-term illness, it's still difficult, but you kind of see it coming. It's one thing for that. And it's another thing for, you know, you driving home from work and you find out your husband was in a car wreck. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different, like, jerk of yourself and your emotions. So it's really, really sad.
Yeah. So before I come to in my opinion, I want to say this. One doctor denied her. A local doctor, a local surgeon in her area denied her. Here's the thing. When people, yeah, we all have the right to do what we want to do, right? But, you know, there are consequences to all of our, you know, choices that we make. And sometimes the consequences are good. Sometimes they come out bad, right? But if you got one doctor denying you, that should ring a bell in your head. Like, that's a yield sign. That's a stop sign. That may be, you know, your instinct telling you, well, maybe I should think about this and hold off. Because if you keep searching long enough, you will always find somebody that's going to do it. Always. Look at Michael Jackson. If any doctor in their right mind would have stopped way before he got to the point that he got to. And then it was only till he had no more bone tissue and whatever in his nose did the people say, I'm not going to touch your nose anymore. And they only didn't touch it because there was nothing left to touch. Right? They had to actually, I think towards the end, like, reconstruct some bone in his nose area because he done had so many surgeries and broke it down. But it's like, at what point does a person stop? But at what point does a surgeon say no? There are some women, I think I saw an article the other day, literally some doctor gave her implants out to here. That just doesn't make sense. What doctor would even agree to do that? But now it's like, because people will give you the money, you will do something that just doesn't even make any logical sense. And, you know, as a doctor, your duty is like, don't do any harm. And of course, that's going to be harmful, right? You got somebody that's walking around with implants out to here. So it's like, The one doctor told her no, because they have to do pre-admission testing if you're going to be legit in your thing. And when they do pre-admission testing, you know, there's certain things that may come up and they may say, you know what, we can't do the surgery right now because of XYZ. And no matter who you are, whether you're young, you're in your middle age, or you're older, the more procedures you do in one setting, the higher the risk is going to be, point blank period, even if there is a such thing, perfect health, right? So she was getting, I think when I read some other things, she got the BBL. I want to say she got liposuction, and I want to say she was doing something to her breasts. So
they also are supposed to do, depending on the type of surgery, if it's not like life-threatening or whatever, that psychological testing too, to be like, is this person, you know, like, because to me with Michael Jackson, I don't know if he was sane enough to continue to get those surgeries to me, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but every plastic surgery procedure, you don't necessarily have to have psychological testing because it's an elective procedure, right? So but my point is that you definitely need to do pre-admission testing to, at the very least, to make sure this person blood levels, where their blood pressure is at, so forth and so on. And when it comes to you saying, well, and this is not just you, Nikki, I'm just saying in general, well, did she say anything? Well, you a medical professional, and if you got some nurses in that surgical center, which you should, a person don't always have to say anything. I need to go in there and do my assessment. And when I do my assessment and I see if that person is oriented to place self things and all the basic stuff of nursing, and that person can't even respond to their name, or they're not really looking up, sitting there, talking to me, or saying certain things to me that is normal for them to do and say after any procedure, before I ship them off to some place where it's going to be like a hotel-like setting so they can do recovery, I'm going to say to the doctor, like, nah, maybe this person needs a bolus of fluids first. Nah, maybe this person needs XYZ, because this person is not looking right and not seeming right. So I'm not going to put them on the back of the van, you know, to go to this, you know, aftercare place. And those aftercare places, they're not hospitals. So a lot of people that do these procedures and they want to go out of state or wherever to get them done, their recovery is not in a hospital. Their recovery is like in these like hotel room settings. And I don't even know if they're regulated. And I don't even know if nurses are required to work there. God bless, even though this person unfortunately lost their life, God bless the person that worked for that facility, the owner, and took her straight to the hospital. Or it would have been on that aftercare facility's hand. And that dirty, low-down doctor, he tried to act like it was on that after facility care, because he told the family that when she left, she was good under my watch, when in reality, she wasn't good. And she ended up going straight to the hospital once the other place came and picked her up, which should have been too. That means that woman was not well at all. So that means that 911 should have been called, and she should have been from the ambulance right from that place. So that surgeon is a dirty, low-down dog who was playing games and did the woman dirty. And what happened was, yes, so somebody said, well, if she had a blood clot, I think Mo, if she had a blood clot, that's not his fault. It wasn't a simple blood clot. Do you see? He did get fined, and he's has to take a mandatory lecture class because he injected the fat somewhere where I believe it wasn't supposed to go. And that is why she had the situation that he's had. So they didn't say it was not his fault at all. He was found negligent. And I guess the negligence in this case is only a $10K problem, which is sad. I would still sue them. So Juan, thank you so much for this. If she said, I wish there was a way to track when people have attempted or requested these surgeries, similar to the way your name can be ran for a credit check. Yeah, but you know what I think the problem is? I think you will still always find a low down, dirty doctor that will do it regardless. Just like the doctor that did Kanye West's mom, who would do an elective 9 to 10 hour surgery? Nothing but a greedy low down surgeon. Because doctors, even when you have a real medical emergency, they don't even want to hold you in surgery that long unless they have to. There's no surgeon in this world that wants to be in a 9 to 12 hour surgery with one person. I'm telling you, there's none. Now, they do it when they have to. They do it when you got an emergency. They do it when it's needed. And some of them will do it to make you stable, then let your body rest and tell your family in 2 to 3 days, we're probably going to have to take them back to the OR again. But none of them do this marathon surgery and they don't have to. In my opinion, you're up. What's your thoughts? I don't know if you're able to talk. All right, I'm gonna spin back to in my opinion because I know that you know she's somewhere. May I'm gonna look like Wayne is talking. I'll come back to. Are you ready, Wayne? You ready, Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You know, it's unfortunate, and I didn't know how serious this kind of surgery was because my daughter had that about maybe a year ago.
Okay.
And I know she was going through. She was calling her mother, you know, because it was supposed to be a nurse or somebody supposed to be with you the whole time, you know. And I didn't really. It didn't faze me. But after watching this, I'm like, oh my God! And it was down there in Miami. And I'm gonna call it tonight to see if it was the same place. But you know, it's sad that this doctor, I think he had dollar signs in his eyes. A 2 for 1. You know, I mean, he's probably a 2 for 1. I can get all this money at one time. And this funeral, now, I'll be honest. If I wasn't at fault, I'm not offering to pay for a funeral.
Come on now.
You know, he must have known. You know, it's the same way. What else was something? I think maybe he think that, well, you know, we'll pay for a funeral and then it'll be it.
Yeah,
that'll be it.
It'll go away.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of family she had, but 4
children and 11 grandkids.
You would think that with all that, even checking, if one doctor said no, okay, and a medical no, you know, the BMI too high, well, couldn't this same doctor, the same thing, couldn't he have run the same test or whatever you got to do and give her the same answer? No, you know, you can't do this. Your BMI, you know, you got to lose at least 10 pounds or 20 pounds, some kind of instruction, you know, but I feel bad, you know. I'm like Nikki. I mean, you know, people can do what they want with their body, but they do it based on competence, thinking that doctors are competent. You know, and it's sad that we can't. I mean, you know, going to the hospital. I mean, you have to think twice. You know, you get ready to go under, and you got that on your mind, you know, and it seemed to me these people would be looking, I mean, to go through something that serious, I'm going to be going through like, okay, how many procedures have they done? How many times have you done this procedure? You know, what's your specialty? You know, but that's it. I'm not going to say he's at fault. Obviously, it sounds like something ain't clean.
Yeah. Mo, she was doctor shopping and she bumped into one that said yes. You know, the other example is Joan Rivers. But you know, I was in love for whatever reason. I was in love with Joan Rivers, and I watched her show that she had with her daughter. And her daughter actually begged her to not get any more surgery. And she told her, listen, this is me. This is what I do. She told her daughter, I'm not going to stop getting surgery. And she literally told her daughter, which was so ironic. She said, don't worry, you, and I forgot her, the daughter's son name. She said, you and my grandson, y'all going to be fine if I go.
But that was an in and out surgery. That was supposed to be just in and out. And what happened in that case?
It was plastic surgery.
Yeah. But what happened in her case, they went clowning around. They wanted to take a picture of it, say, oh, she'll think this is funny. And they left her under.
But you know what? It still doesn't matter because there's low times right in surgery. It wasn't just about her taking those pictures or whatever. It was more medical stuff behind it. And plus, Joan Rivers is up there in age.
Yeah, she's at least in her late 70s.
Yeah, she was up there in age. And then she wasn't getting nothing simple done. It's like, when do you become a doctor and not like a friend because this person is a celebrity or because you want money, and tell this person, I'm not doing it. Now, if you want to get somebody else to do it, that's on you, but I'm not going to do it. That's why I appreciate Kenya Moore's OBGYN. That she's a doctor. Because that doctor didn't care nothing about no cameras and no TV. She said, out of all my years of practicing, your pregnancy scared me. And she said, I'm not recommending that you do this and go through this again because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's a doctor. And honey, if I was in that state, she could be my OBGYN. Keeping it 100, sticking to her true, a path that she wanted to take, and being a doctor, not caring about being a doctor to a celebrity, not caring about trying to make money, not trying to gaslight Kenya and say, well, maybe you might be able to do this, maybe it'll be different. She said, no, it scared me. I don't suggest you do this. And she gave her all the medical reasons as to why it would not be a good idea.
And these places are popping up like churches on the corner.
That part. And all you have to do once you are already a doctor, all you need to do these cosmetic procedures, you taking a class, you getting a certificate, you got to do some hours of study under somebody, and the next thing you off in the OR doing it on your own. I'm good. Chef Cab, your thoughts?
All right. Condolences to the family. At some point, you have to understand. I'm gonna just say what a doctor said to me one time when I didn't follow his directions. And he said, "I have a medical degree for a reason." Now, I'll never forget that. He said, I don't. He said, I leave the cooking in you, but he said, I have a medical degree for a reason. I didn't listen to him and tell what I wanted to do, and got sicker than what I was. And so, what happens is, I can understand if you need a surgery and you want to get a second opinion, that's fine. But if someone's telling you something and you and the fact, here's my thing. The fact that you got to travel out the state. Okay? So look how far from Indiana to Miami ain't no walk. Ain't like someone from Indiana to Chicago. From Indiana to Miami. That's no 2-hour drive. So she went and searched and said she found somebody who would do the surgery. And back in the days, a lot of these stories came from overseas. Now these stories are coming up in America. So you really got to be like, I don't understand what's wrong with a diet in the gym, with a diet plan in the gym. I don't see, I go to the gym. I see women all the time doing all types of butt exercises to lift their butt or make it bigger and fine, whatever. But it doesn't make any sense to me. You spend up to $11 million to go somewhere, and you're taking that risk. So, and this doctor, at the same time, I don't know what Miami's law is. But that's another thing. You went down there to get something done that was already illegal.
What do you mean by illegal?
They said it. You're not allowed to transfer fat.
He did it. He just did the procedure wrong. It's not that it's illegal. He did the procedure wrong.
He did the procedure wrong. Okay.
Yeah, if it was illegal, it'd be a whole different thing. He got fines, and then he has to take a mandatory lecture class.
Okay, so that's another mistake. So it just shows you that we point fingers at the doctor because he did the procedure, but and I know we want to say this because this person passed away, but we have to look at it for what it was. She was searching for this medical procedure. Somebody tells you you're not ready for it, listen to it. You know what I mean? And that should be a flag for anybody. If you want something done and a medical professional is telling you no, there's a reason why he or she is telling you no. There's a reason. This is why you go to them. This is why they spent all those years in school and got whatever malpractice insurance and everything they did. This is why they do that. So when the time you want to get something done, I think a lot of times people look at plastic surgery like, oh, it's just, you know what I mean? It's not like it's open heart surgery or brain surgery, something like that. It's still surgery. It's still surgery. So you need to take it. You need to take plastic surgery as serious as you was taking heart surgery. Because people like Larry passing away, and if you want to have heart surgery, you want the best surgeon, not any one surgeon, and that's what they're going for. So if they're going to go for this, they need to go to the best plastic surgeon, and that's what I look. That's how I look at that situation.
Sebastian, you telling the truth? To get certified, you take a test. Robin, your thoughts?
Yes, this is a cautionary tale in two parts. The first of them is, if you're gonna have one of these procedures or any procedure, you need to do your due diligence to be certain about the doctor, the facility, and their outcomes. The other part that for me, I feel very strongly about is I'm kind of like with Denzel. Whatever the good Lord gave you, find a way to work with it. And I say that because as someone who has had 4 surgeries in my life, but none of them were elective, I have an aversion to elective surgery. Very quickly, I worked with a woman who said she wanted pretty feet. And she said she was gonna get surgery on her toes so that they can be pretty for the summer. This is around the Easter holiday. She had a daughter. Her daughter was around, I think she was 5 or 6. And this woman always talked about her own growing up because she said that her mother died when she was the same age her daughter was at that point. Fast forward, she goes and has the surgery. She called me one day and said she was having great pain in her legs. And the doctor wanted her to go to a center to get what you call it? What you think when they check? What is it called, Diva? When they check your veins to see if you have blood clots?
What, a Doppler?
I guess it was kind of like a Doppler. I didn't go in, but I took her there. I drove her home, and she hadn't gotten the results yet, but they sent her home, and she had called me because I think I went back to work or something. She called me. And I said, I have to call you back. When I called this woman back, I just gotten home. I rolled up my hair. And when I called her back, a man answered the phone. It was her boyfriend. I got in my car, went to her house, ran up 5 flights of stairs to find that this woman expired from these blood clots because she wanted pretty feet. And P.S., she left behind her daughter at the same age that she lost her own mother. I am, do what you want with yourself, but I think that if we can all find ways to live with ourselves and what we have and work with it, we'd all be better off. And poor thing, I'm sorry about her family losing her. Don't doctor shop, y'all.
Yeah. Well, see, it's a caveat to that, right? Yeah, you should look, compare different doctors when you're looking to do something, right? But it's not really about doctor shopping. It's about if one doctor tells you you're clearly not in the shape that they would do surgery, then maybe hold off.
Well, that's what I meant by doctor
shopping.
I
know. Yeah. Hold off. Denzel, did I come to you already?
Yes, you did.
Okay. E, what are your thoughts?
All right. So, excuse me, I would like to say, so I told y'all last week when y'all were blaming Carly Russell, remember this? For that 12-year-old white girl dialing 911, and y'all said Carly should be arrested. She should be responsible for that, right? I told y'all, well, when is Kim K going to be responsible for all these people going to the DR in Miami and everywhere beyond getting these surgeries? Because these BBLs have become like a rite of passage. It's like the new breast implants, if you ask me. Somebody on the panel earlier said their daughter just had it done, and he said it wasn't nothing to me. So I just feel, we need to keep that same energy because somebody started this trend, and I'm going to circle back around to that. But the bottom line is the place had bad reviews. But when your doctor's shopping, like somebody said in the comments, you're not looking at the reviews. You're looking at the price and you're looking at the soonest available appointment. Because in her mind, she needed this and she was going to get this done by any means necessary. She had to go down basement, the same basement as Cardi B. She was going to get this done. That's the determination I felt when I heard the story. And then somebody said, well, she should have done a competency test. Well, if you had the money and you're not using insurance, you don't need to have any competency tests, because the bottom line is green, and with the right dollar amount, you can get anything you want. Because I know a doctor, and he told me straight up, if I don't do it, somebody else will. They'll go to the DR and somebody else will get that money. So, yes, it's sad, but it's true. And when it comes to learning to live with what you have, I think that's easier said than done for some people, especially the after earth of a Kevin Samuels era, where these ninjas that rose up and got so many opinions, because that 45-year-old woman is older than me, and to talk about 11 grandchildren, not loving yourself, what type of love could you have poured into your children and your grandchildren? And so it is sad, but there was a hole where there was a deficiency, and she was trying to fill it. And also, we live in a society where the obsession with being youthful and being beautiful by any means necessary is at the top of people's priority list. She wasn't trying to be no grandmother and trying to get her kids educated and we coming out after COVID and getting the kids on reading level. She's trying to get her body done so she can take pictures on Instagram and get these men's attention. And so when we talk about learning to live with what you have, we live social media society where the prettier you are, or the more curvaceous you are, the more likable and the more attention from men that you will get. And like I said last night, when women stop centering men, then a lot of that heartache and pain will disappear, because she wanted attention from somewhere. The love and attention from her from her 4 kids and 11 grandchildren. You can't tell me she had no attention at home. She wanted a different type of attention, and we got to stop this. But we can't put all the blame on the doctor. I do believe that he was negligent. Of course he was, because he was fine, and it was found to be so. And in other cases as well. But the onus is still upon you when you sign away and say that you waive responsibility, should anything happen to you, because you signed those papers. And one more thing, Diva, I know I've lost this last thing. That somebody brought up anesthesia. I believe that was Nikki. I've been under anesthesia, sadly, and I hate anesthesia. It's 3 different types of anesthesia from what the nurse told me. But Diva, I know you're the professional, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Certain people have different responses to certain types of anesthesia, and just because you had the anesthesia one time and it went well doesn't mean the second time it's going to go well, because I had a bad response the second time I went under, and the first time it went well. I took all my vitamins, and you got to watch these YouTube videos, because these girls will tell you, these girls are getting surgery at 18 years old. They're taking the vitamin D, the vitamin C, they're taking all of these different herbs and everything to get their bodies ready, and you have to start exercising. So there is a process of getting ready for surgery and building up that stamina. But I remember the last time I had a surgery and the anesthesia knocked me out. It knocked me out, and I would never do this to myself again. I would never do that. But the surgery itself, I was watching CNN, I think it was, and they said the reason the BBL is most dangerous surgery to have is because, yes, they can put the fat in there, but the veins are so close together that it can accidentally, they could do it. Even if they are the most trained doctor, it's still up to your body where your veins are, because if it goes up the wrong way, you could get, I think it's called a pulmonary embolism. I forgot what it's called.
You got a fat embolism. Yeah, exactly. Everything you're saying is facts. You are taking a risk, right? But it's up to the doctor, who is more trained and more skilled and knows more, to say to the patient, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. So, I did peds, and I said to people all the time, right? And so in peds, There are no, like when you go to a hospital and you're an adult, they got the telemetry floor, and they got the oncology floor, they got this floor, that floor, that floor. Depending upon what your situation is, you may go to the different floor in the hospital for your situation. And peds is one floor. It's peds, and then it's the pediatric ICU. Boom. So you're going to one or the other. We don't have a telemetry for you. We are telemetry. We don't have an oncology for you unless it's a bigger hospital. We are oncology. Okay. You're going to get the chemo from us, your pediatric nurse. So I say that all that to say this. You know, we go through precepting and they tell you right there, you're the expert. You're the expert. No patient is going to come up in the hospital and tell me XYZ. You can tell me, but I'm going to tell you everything I know. Now, I can't force you to do nothing, but I'm going to tell you everything I know. Now, if I'm training you because now your baby is a diabetic, I'm going to train you on everything you need to know. If you walk in that room and you see your baby on the floor unconscious, I'm going to tell you what you got to do. You scared to give needles? Well, you want your baby to live, and I'm going to show you how to give these needles. And yeah, Mo, doctors aren't God, but you are at a high level. That's like you going to a lawyer and a lawyer misleading you and you signed the paper. No, bro, you went to law school. You're supposed to be smarter than me. You in this particular area because you went to law school. They went to medical school. So yes, my duty as a doctor is to say to you, I understand you want breast implants. I understand you want liposuction. I understand you want your booty to be bigger. Here's what we can do. Here is my suggestion. And I also suggest XYZ. I have a girlfriend right now, just went through what she's kind of still going through it. She went through her breast cancer situation. She elected to get both removed. And they gave her options. You could get implants or you could use your own fat. She said, I want to use my own fat. You know, since she used her own fat, she could have called her own size. He let her know, when we're using your own fat, I can't just guarantee that you're going to be a certain size if I'm using your own fat. You want an implant, I can guarantee you any size. He said, you're using your own fat, I can't guarantee you size. Even though you think you got a lot of fat on your body, he said, I have to take and make sure that fat, when I remove it, is viable. Or else I'm going to place it there and it be necrosis and it will die. All I'm saying is this. A good doctor will tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And they're not going to be about the bottom line is going to be the dollar. See, here's the thing. No matter what you do in life, the dollars will come. But your integrity needs to come first. If you got integrity, I don't care what your business is, selling bottled water, selling clothes, selling whatever, the money will always come to you. Don't lose your integrity over no dollar. And I don't care what I do, I will never lose my integrity over a dollar. See, but I have the mindset, I don't need things to be happy. I love my things. Don't get me wrong. I love my things, but I don't need things to be happy. If I had to shut down this townhouse right now and go live in a studio apartment, give me the keys. But I'm not going to lose my integrity and sell my soul to the devil for no things. So all I'm saying is, yes, there's people that come to doctor's offices all the time and say, oh, I want this, I want that. The right doctor will say, whoa, 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 hold on. Like I said, the doctors that are putting those triple and double E's and the boobs are out to hearing people, no freaking integrity. Their license should be snatched from them. No freaking integrity whatsoever. And yeah, the patient asked for it. And yeah, the patient has money, but no freaking integrity. Just gutter low.
I agree. Diva, 1 second, please. I'm sorry. Somebody put in the chat, insurance won't pay for cosmetic surgery. And I'm here to let you know that is a lie, because there's ways around that. And I have friends who have gotten rhinoplasties using insurance, because there's certain verbiage and there's certain letters that you can get where you can get certain things done, and you can get lipo with insurance. You can get breast implants with insurance under certain conditions, like Diva mentioned. And of course, it's not ideal, and of course, those women deserve that. But you can get some cosmetic procedures with insurance, so don't let people tell you that you can't.
Yeah, well, okay, whoa. We gonna move on. We ain't trying to tell people how to do things, but yes, but okay, we'll move on. But you know, all I really want to say is, be careful, you tread lightly, and think about it like 20 times before you do certain things, because at the end of the day, surgery is surgery. But I do know people's mindset too. There's a young woman, and Julius, I see you in the building. Give me a minute. There's a young lady, and there's a bigger part to her story. I'm going to show you a clip, and you can go back and look up her story. But her whole life, her family, and sometimes, see, we got to watch how we joke around with our family and friends, right? Her whole life, her family used to joke about how she had a flat booty, this, that, and the other. So her whole life, all she wanted to have was some booty, right? She got the illegal butt injections. Then she was embarrassed to tell doctors and nurses that she got these illegal butt injections. She ended up with sepsis. She lost all her limbs. She lost all her limbs and almost died over wanting to have a booty and getting these illegal butt injections. Let me just show y'all this clip really quickly. Then I'm gonna let Julia speak. And I didn't realize that this particular story was gonna take so long. But do I ever realize it? No. Let me just play this for y'all real quick.
So without further ado, April, please come join us.
And those are some hot boots, too.
So, April, I mean, because when we first met you, you did have some prostheses, but what's been the hardest part about adjusting to the new ones? I mean, you even have on heels. These are wedges.
Yes, they are 3-inch. When you guys sent me to a Step Ahead Prosthetics, you guys sent me to the Lamborghini of prosthetics. Yes. And these prosthetics has changed my life. And basically, I was just going there to receive one hand.
And you ended up...
And I ended up with 4 limbs. And to this day, I don't know how that happened.
Wow. April's spirit hasn't changed one bit, but clearly these prosthetics have really helped her out. We have the founder and CEO of Step Ahead Prosthetics, Eric Schaefer, join us via Polycom. And
great job.
I know you wanted to be on to really highlight for people who may be in a situation like April's that so much can be done nowadays.
Oh, absolutely. Pretty much, April is a typical patient of the facility, specifically with a lot of these guys coming back from war. Everybody poses their own challenges, but absolutely when April came into the facility, she was really just an absolutely amazing and fun person. And even knowing that we were going to take on the challenge of doing the one arm, there was no way, the way she walked in, we were going to let her leave without finishing her off absolutely 100% complete. And giving her
Well, Eric, we applaud you for the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Eric.
And April, one more time, can you show me? I mean, that's the key movement.
Yes.
And using a hand is right there. That's the single most important thing. And look at you. Give me a pinch.
It hurts a little bit.
Ooh,
don't enjoy it too much.
That hurts good. That hurts
Don't enjoy it too much.
What are some of the things that you can do now that you would never have thought would be so important?
Several things. I mean, there are so many things that we take for granted. And I just went through this amazing experience that might sound a little weird, to you guys and to your audience. I used to wear these prosthetics before, as you saw on the film, they were hooks. And it had this harness. I had to put this harness on, and then I had to put this other thing on, and then put my hands into these, hooks. But that's all I had, and it worked for me at the time. But what happened 2 weeks ago, they broke.
Wow.
Right, they broke. And those, I always use those like for my, hygiene, kind of stuff, right? So now I have these hooks that's broken. I had never used my hand before to wipe, right? Right. Had never done it before, right? So I called a Step Ahead Prosthetics, talked to Amy, one of the wonderful people who work, with that organization. And I was like, okay, my hook is broken and I can't wipe myself. And what am I supposed to do? And she was like, you're supposed to put on your hand, sit on the toilet, use the restroom, get the toilet tissue, wrap it around your hand and wipe. And I must tell you, it had been 3 years since I had a good butt wiping.
It was priceless.
And a good butt wiping is priceless. And I would never, ever
Very
use
underrated.
a hook again.
That's right.
Yes.
I want everyone to look at April because we talk about this concept a lot. April is not disabled. You are able.
Yes.
And April is working on a book.
Thank you, baby. Yes.
It's called The April Michelle Brown Story, More Than a Body, and we all look forward to reading it.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you guys so much.
Maybe I'll see if I can try to get April here. Her story is a lot. And her story goes like, I just wanted to see that as a result of getting illegal butt injections, she almost lost her life, but she lost every limb, and she had to end up living with her sister for a very long time. Her sister had to take care of her because she lost every limb, and she was in the hospital for a very long time. But she talked about how growing up, they used to make fun, not trying to be mean. You know how sometimes family members just say stuff to you and it really sticks to you? They used to always make fun of her not having a butt. And the moment she found out that she was able to go somewhere, get some injections and get a butt, she did it. And she got illegal butt injections at somebody's house or whatever. And she actually said while she was getting them, she wasn't feeling good. Something not physically, like her instinct was telling her, don't do this. She did it anyway. And then, by the time she went to the hospital and admitted to the doctors and the nurses, like what she had done, like it was all this necrotic tissue. It's a very sad story. Julius, what are your thoughts?
God be the glory. She's still here.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of who's also leading the calls now. Celebrities, K. Michelle, Angela White, aka Black China, because they coming out. They're talking about their own health issues. I mean, Black China, or excuse me, we said we're gonna call her Angela. Angela has come out about her liposuction, like her face fillers, all different types of her surgery. She's getting those removed. K. Michelle, same thing. Talked about her health issues from the surgery. And they said it wasn't, if they could go back, they wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have this appeal to everyone. If you are feeling insufficient with yourself, I want some of y'all to take this and write this down. Know that you are enough. Because y'all don't feel like y'all are enough. Listen, no amount of plastic. Yes, I'm using the word plastic because that's what it is. Will fix those imperfections. Like the famous, great Jennifer Lewis said to Holiday, get some help, baby. Get some help. Love yourself. Because like RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen. So this is her. Like I said, her name is April. Where did it go? April Michelle Brown. Look up her story, guys. I don't have time to go through the whole story. It's an incredible story of strength. She when she got ill, she fought back. Like I said, praise the Lord that her sister took care of her. But this is her. This is her. No limbs there. No limbs.
She's a beautiful woman.
Beautiful. But you know what though? Unfortunately, you know, she talked about her story, and it's just like all the teasing got to her. So as soon as she had the opportunity to get her butt, and she said that's all she ever wanted. She wanted this butt. So my point of bringing her story up is to say I'm not removed from the fact that people really get in their mind, because I think E mentioned it, that no matter what, this young mother that lost her life and had 4 children and 11 grandchildren, she was determined to get this done. So she would have kept searching. But I'm just saying there's a flip ugly side to this story, and many females do not talk about it. And I think if more people talked about it, it would save a whole lot of individuals. She literally lost her limbs over a butt. Over a butt. It was very sad. Very pretty, right? Very pretty. Thank you, Moon Eyes, for sharing. My plastic surgeon did a fabulous job and successful tummy tuck and lipo. I couldn't lose my stomach weight with exercise alone. Right. And so here, just so everybody know, no condemning anyone, right? We all feel, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for being brave enough to share, Moon Eyes. You know, I just want, if you are going to do it, do your research. Do your research. And take your time doing your research, because, and I'm not one that's big on surgery centers, but that's me. If the surgery center is connected to the hospital, that's the place for me. If it ain't, you gonna do my procedure in the hospital, because I want y'all to press the bell and everybody coming to save my life. Just, we could give tips on if you are going to do it on another day, but I want to say at the very best, if you get the 2 to 3 doctors and they all telling you no, hold off. Hold off. And be wary of the doctor. If one doctor tells you no and gives you good reasons why it's a no, and you go to another doctor and they quickly say yes, hold off on that. Hold off on that and think about it. All right, I'm going to move on to the next story because I didn't even plan to stay on that story that long. I'm going to get y'all. Y'all always trapping me with these stories. The next story is a pilot. You know what I think is going on a lot too? A lot of people are frustrated. They got a lot of pent up anger. The best thing that I can say to everybody is meditate. I'm telling you, there's a lot of jokes about yoga, but I'm telling you, when you go across the board, if you can open your mind, and I'm not telling anybody what to believe in or what to do, but if you go across the board with every religion, they all got some good pieces of that religion. Thank you, Mo. You helping me with the words mindfulness. You know, there's some religions that, you know, they pray 3 times a day. There's other religions that they believe in this whole meditation and just, you know, easing your mind and calming down your mind. You know, meditate in the morning, meditate at night. Release any anger from you. I don't care what happened to you during the day. I don't care who pissed you off. Don't go to sleep with that. Let it go. Whatever you can let go and whoever you can forgive, let it go. What's that darn, what do you call that movie? Let It Go. I forgot.
Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to anger. It is useless. It serves no purpose for you, your mental health, none of that. Let me go ahead and share the screen with this next story. I think it's right here. Is that the one I want to bring up? Let me make sure. I think that is it. Yes, it is. Let me share. Okay. I hope this is the right story, y'all. Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is. So United Airlines pilot, major turbulence in parking lot. chops parking gate with an axe. I don't know what happened to this pilot. I'm trying to get to the video I want to show. I thought I had it queued up. Let me see. Maybe it's gonna go back to queuing up. Okay, it's no sound, everybody. It's no sound, just so you know. Just watch, because it's no sound. You see him? He was waiting to get out. There was a long line because the gate's not coming up. I guess he just carries an axe in his car. That's the pilot. Look at him. He hot. And he not playing.
Dang, he mad.
He mad.
Why he mad?
Because the gate was stuck down. But wait, then look at why is this security getting so aggressive with him? Like he tried to kill somebody.
Oh Lord.
Finally lets it go. And then they lock him up. They lock him up. Poor pilot got a little frustrated, waiting to get out. All right. So let me come down here. A United Airlines pilot must have been feeling a whole lot of cabin pressure because he was caught on camera chopping down a parking gate with a freaking axe. He's 63-year-old Kenneth Jones went full on lumberjack earlier this month at the exit of an employee parking lot at Denver International Airport, according to CBS News, whacking the thing nearly 24 times before it finally falls off. So he was tired of waiting in that line so he can get out, I guess, or I don't know, get out or get in. But he said, I'll solve this. He whacked the thing off. Not long after Jones was confronted by another airport employees, and he put up a struggle over the axe before eventually giving it up. Okay, the pilot's reportedly been charged with a misdemeanor for his parking lot remodel, which allegedly cost $700 in damages, and he's been removed from United work schedule as the company continues an internal investigation. Poor Kenneth Henderson, he was having a bad day and he took it out on the gate. As far as the reason for the axe outburst, Jones reportedly told cops he just hit his breaking point. The outlet says he's due to appear in court at the end of September. It's unclear where the axe came from. That's the only problem I had. Who randomly has an axe in their car? And there's no word on why the parking gate was the victim here, but it's possible he's might have been stuck in a long line to get out of the lot. Gotta say, we've been there. Okay, so listen, he was pissed off. Okay, he wanted that gate up, and he got the axe in. Dustin, what are your thoughts? Dustin, your thoughts? All right, I'll come back to Dustin. Felicia, what are your thoughts?
Hey, I like them. I like them. Take matters into your own hands. You got to get out. You got to get out.
Can you hear me now, Diva?
I can let Felicia finish and then I'll come back to you.
You know, he's a pilot. Maybe he got, laid over somewhere. They couldn't fly out. He needed to get home. Maybe that gate was stuck, been broken for about a week or so. Nobody was repairing it because it was employees only. And he was frustrated. He didn't take it out on a physical person. He went up there and he said, well, I'm going to take care of the problem.
Yeah, he's going to let everybody get out.
Right. And that was that. So.
Yeah. I feel bad for him because I think, like you said, the pilots, they go through a lot. I'm not trying to give him an excuse, but he didn't hurt a physical person. He just wanted to get out and get home properly. Dustin, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I agree with Alicia on this. He's probably just trying to get out and do his job, and for whoever owns the place, they need to get their thing fixed so they never happened again. That's all I was going to say on that part, Deepa, because I agree with everything she said tonight.
Exactly. Nakia, you are right. At least he didn't decide to get mad and fly into a mountain with a flight full of passengers. You are so right. Nikki, your thoughts?
Listen, I guess he said he got time today, but I don't know. I hate that I think this way, but it's just, I guess, because I'm brown. But I just feel like If he was brown or if he was a woman and had done that, people would be we'd be having a whole different commentary for this person. But I guess you can just walk on I don't know, your job site and ask the gate to death, and it's
he got locked up, Nikki.
I know, but I'm saying I just feel like people would be like, oh my God, he's crazy. He probably would have got attacked. He probably would have, I don't know. I just feel like it would have been a different outcome. People would have been saying, what's wrong with this woman? She's psychotic. If it was a woman, and if it was a brown person, it certainly would have been different. But I'm just curious, because to me, that's unstable. Why are you walking across?
Well, that's the problem.
Who has an axe
Who
in
has
their
an
car?
axe?
Like, what we
Who
doing?
has an axe in their car?
I get it looks funny or whatever the case may be, but to me, put some scary music with that, you just kind of like, what's happening, bro? Like, I just think he would be fired immediately and permanently, like in any other situation. But I guess people are like, listen, he got tired of flying. Maybe he had, what is that you get when you fly across the world and you can't get, like, your time is mixed up? What is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Jet lag.
Jet
yeah,
lag.
maybe he was jet lagged or something. But anyway, I'm glad nobody was hurt.
I'm glad nobody was hurt either. But yeah, but that's my main problem with this situation is, where did the axe come from? Julius, your thoughts?
Listen, I wanted to see the fight. Someone give me the popcorn and my Coca-Cola, okay? Because listen, he was like, I'm about tired of this dang gate. I solve the problem right now. It's going to be me and that gate.
It probably, you know what, usually with these jobs, not to cut you off, Julius, I'm gonna let you finish. But probably with these jobs, it probably was an ongoing problem. And he probably said, the next time that gate is down, I'm going to take care of it. And that might have been why he had to axe in his car.
American Airlines, a whole bunch of unprofessionalism from the management has been coming through, and it's been affecting their hourly employees, the pilots, flight attendants.
That's facts.
The whole line. And you know, okay, the popcorn and the Coca-Cola part, people, that was the joke. Calm down now.
Yeah.
Now, but really, it's affecting his mental health.
Yeah,
and I would have said if it was the black man, you know, our fellow sisters, you know.
We're gonna leave that alone tonight. Oh, because I do an easy train ride. We're gonna leave that alone tonight. We're gonna leave that alone tonight.
He upset, but you know, it goes to show the company ain't doing what it need to do.
Diva, does he work for Spirit?
No,
American.
It was United Airlines, wasn't it?
Oh, United American.
United American. So yeah, plus he got arrested. He did get arrested. So, E, your thoughts?
He was probably like, "Ooh, send him my way."
Who am I at? Who did I call? E, are you there? Okay, I'm gonna skip over E. Wayne, your thoughts?
Well, I don't know if I want to be on the plane he flying.
Well, yeah.
You know, I'm not giving you some professions. You just don't expect this. You know, expect to see that. You know, if he could come from the airport, obviously he just got off of work.
Mm-hmm.
And to attack that like that, I'm glad nothing happened in between on the way out. You know, or maybe up in the air, something, you know, and you go off like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's probably not going to have a job.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying he shouldn't.
He don't work.
But I'm saying he's probably not going to have a job, because when people see this, it's on social media, it's on the news.
Yeah.
United's name is attached to it.
Uh-huh.
United name is attached to this pilot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they're going to go for that.
I think I'm connecting to what a lot of you're saying, and even you, Wayne. What's his state of mind? Like, you can get that frustrated and freak out. So usually now, like traffic, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be in traffic. But when I am in traffic, I just find my best play music that I want to hear, and I start jamming. It is what it is. These people that want to edge up close to you, they want to cut in and out like they're going to get somewhere faster. It drives me bananas. I just, you got to learn some coping mechanisms, because some things in life just happen. I was coming out of a hospital parking lot one day waiting to see somebody, and the guy was pressing the button because he was putting his ticket in there, and the gate still wasn't coming up, right? And so he was out there still doing all crazy, and all I did was blow my horn to let him know, like, look, they upped the gate for you. He almost blacked out on me, and I was like, yo, I was just trying to tell you they upped the gate for you so you can go, right? And then he looked and he said sorry, and I just was like, no problem, whatever, right? But it's like people got short fuses now. You really got to learn some coping mechanisms, but I'm gonna take it as what somebody said in the area in, you know, people ride with their pals in the car and stuff like that. Maybe the axe was just in his car. I don't know, but go ahead, finish, Wayne.
But the airlines, they don't take that lightly.
Yeah, they don't.
You know, when their name is attached to something like that in social media, because when we was in training, you know, you wearing that uniform. I don't care if you're at a Walmart, if you got that uniform on and you decide to act up and it brings negativity to the business, to the airline. We watched one video where this lady was on David Letterman, and she was a flight attendant for United. She was a flight attendant. And when they pan the audience, you know, they ask you questions and stuff like that. Oh, well, what do you do? Oh, I'm a flight attendant. Oh, I'll fly for United. And they started asking about the passenger, you know, just a regular passenger. And she said, oh, the passengers are the enemy.
Oh, she's done.
And they carried the David Letterman show the whole night with that. When a guest came on, they threw that little plug in and said, oh, I'm the enemy. Well, when she got back to work, when she got off that plane, they was waiting for her, and she got fired on the spot.
Yeah.
That's a public relations nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The employee
Millions of people are watching this stuff. It's public relations nightmare.
Yeah, it is. It is. So yeah, on that note, I agree with you. I agree with you. Chef Kev, I think I'm up to you.
Oh, wow. Well, it goes back to what some years ago, a friend of mine's dad said to me, everyone has a breaking point. And apparently he hit his. So that's what happened with that. Now, the axe in the car, maybe he's a lumberjack, I don't know, on the side. But, you know, it wasn't uncalled for. You know what I mean? And like my man said, he will lose his job, and you realize it wasn't worth it for us. You know, then he got to pay for the $700, or I guess whatever gate that didn't come down, he broke. Then whatever fine he has to pay, it's not worth it. You know, at the time when you're angry, it seems like it's worth it. You know what I mean? But when the smoke all clears, you realize it's not worth it. Now you got to find another job. Now you know what I mean? Just like every human being, you got bills and stuff. It's and then on top of that, I always say this: you're attached to somebody. You're somebody's child. You're somebody's dad. You're somebody's uncle, girlfriend, boyfriend. And they got to deal with that. You know what I mean? I just saw your father and such. So you got to understand is that, and it's something that people would think. When you walk out your house, you're always on camera. In these day and time, when you walk out your house, you're always on camera. It's a reason why I don't wear my uniform outside of work. You know, well, before I used to do it all the time with my uniform. It's a reason I specifically do not wear my uniform outside of work. I've seen people get fired for just being in a facility when something happened because they was on camera. You know what I mean? And as far as they're concerned, they was part of the negativity, you're gone. And other companies have this in their policy. You know what I mean? You do not wear your uniform outside of work. Of course, he was at work, but you know, it was just uncalled for. Unfortunate, and I understand. Trust me, I've been frustrated like that. I understand, but you know, unfortunately, he's probably gonna lose his job. And you know, so that's it.
Yeah. It's sad. It's like one moment can change your whole life. One moment can change your whole life. And you know, this was a bad moment for him. Denzel, did I come to you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I could look. I understand that he was upset.
Mhm.
Was he smirking in that? Was he smiling and smirking in his mud shot?
I don't know, because I already moved from it, so I can't go back to it.
Okay.
Pull back up.
Okay. I was just saying like, why was he looking like that? But anyway, yeah, I can understand that he was upset, but he should have just, calmed down a little bit.
Mhm.
Talk to God, or do some yoga, listen to his music. He should have just calmed down. And where did he get that axe from? Like, where did he get that from? But hopefully he didn't lose his job, and I hope next time he will not go off the next time. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Denzel. In my opinion, yeah, hopefully they were afraid to let him retire.
I don't think he should lose his job. Okay, first of all, are we not in the highest of the summer heats and dangerous levels? Like that man could have died in his car. I don't blame him. Okay, you lucky he didn't run his car through it. It's $700. Let him pay the $700 and get that man his job back.
Yeah, it's a hard call.
Are
Right?
y'all serious?
I doubt if he
let
with
me-
the
let me
I'm
tell
so
airline.
serious. Let me tell you, I don't know if y'all heard this, that the homeless people are dying on the street because it's so hot. They're literally dying. I know in Dallas and Alabama, we've had a count of over 100 people dying.
Here's the thing: there was other cars ahead of him, because you see how far he had to walk back from with his axe. The thing is, right? Again, in certain positions, when you sign up for them, you sign up. There's some fine print. There's some fine print. And if he's a pilot and he loses his patience that easy, whoa.
That's a deadly
So,
weapon. We cannot excuse that.
yeah.
Nope.
So I don't know. I'll respond to this one maybe next week. But
Nobody joined him.
If he was shooting at
nobody
that
joined
gate,
him.
they would be like, "Oh no, he can never come back." So no.
And you don't. But you see, that first car went ahead and pulled on out once the
Right.
gate came down.
Right. And I'm like, who told? If I was the security that they told to go get him, I'd be like, "Nah, bro, he got a whole axe." Listen.
Yeah, but you know that security, God bless him too. He was doing his job. He was doing security because he got
my
that
$12 an hour.
But see, here's the thing though. You don't know. You would have to subdue him, right? Because you don't know if the gate was first and what would it might have came next. You don't know. So he was right for trying to go take the axe out of his hand, because now at that point you're really not being rational. There's a lot of things that people think in their head that they would do, but you lose your rational part when you go from thinking it to actually doing it.
I got a question. How much they paying for me to go up to a man with an axe in his hand?
That's all I'm saying. I agree.
We ain't finna do that right now. They dial 911.
That's hazardous.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, but you know it is hazardous. But I will say this: in the name of something else could have happened, and something could have happened to him. Especially because I was shocked. He really wasn't trying to let go of that axe. Like that man, that security took that. He really had to snatch that axe out of his hand. But he perhaps prevented something else crazier from going on. But all right, so that was stupid. The security could have got axed. He could have. Thanks to the Bastion for your super chat, Nikki. I know you're not asking, are you serious to Opinion's comment about he shouldn't lose his job when you offended a blank Emma on this panel?
Okay, now that
when did I do that?
That was not
I never did that.
necessary. That's a
Okay. All right. So thank you for the super chat. Okay, let's move on. So we're gonna move on. Our last topic for the Friday night is.
I just want to know where he got the axe to.
Yeah, I think we all do, right?
I never got to weigh in.
Yeah. Have you ever had a friend where you had to tell them something undesirable? You had to tell them where maybe you you saw their significant other out somewhere with someone else, or in those situations, do you mind your business? And if you had to tell your one of your best friends something about their significant other, did they stop being friends with you afterwards? And how did you feel about that? And the reason why I'm coming up with this question is because Sierra, you know, the Love and Hip Hops, pretty much, you know, we all, I mean, if you know Safari is messy. You know, so she's saying that
Oh Lord.
Safari was coming after her, like, you know, tried to talk to her, whatever the case may be. But she ain't had nothing for Safari, and she pretty much told Erica Mena this. But Erica Mena stopped speaking to her, and they also agreed that they was going to bring it up on the show, but they brought it up on the show anyway. So let me just play a little bit of this.
It's crazy how, for one, I'm a Black girl and everybody said I was lying. The proof right there in the pudding. But we filming about this on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all was gonna see it eventually. But you know, everybody was like, "Oh, Sierra lying, she lying." One thing about it, baby, I've made money my whole since for the last 6 years. I struggled my ass off. Me and this little girl. We was broke. We was homeless. If I don't have nothing else, I have dignity, pride, and respect. And I'm a real friend. I'm a real friend. Secondly, when it happened, I called Bambi and my husband at the time, Eric. And it did hurt my friendship. We're all not friends no more, and I don't want to be back their friend. And I'm good. I'm done. And I love them girls like real blood sisters. No, I didn't call Erica first. That could have been my biggest mistake, but I called my husband. I called my husband and told him what happened. You want to know why I didn't tell Erica? It's crazy how, because I watched my friend and nurtured my friend at the time back to life when all that stuff was going on with Safari. Erica almost lost her mind when he was doing all that stuff to her. We watched her go from being almost 150 some pounds to 120 something pounds, and y'all did too, because he drug her. Safari really drug her. So it bothered me. That shit mentally messed me up, because every day I was going back and forth in my head like, I don't want to hurt her. I know she loved this man. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her. So I didn't want to hurt her. So I was going back and forth, but I knew I told one of my best friends, which is Bambi, and I told my husband at the time. So that gave me some type of peace. But because I'm so much of a real bitch, excuse my language, because I'm on my healing journey and I don't supposed to be talking, because I watch my friend and I don't supposed to be talking like this, but because I'm so much of a real girl, I could not hold it no more. Erica called me and I said, I got something to tell you. Promise me you're not going to hate me, and promise me you're not going to stop being my friend. Those are the words that I told her. She was like, I promise, I promise, I promise. We ain't friends no more. We ain't friends no more. I said, promise me you're not gonna hate me, and promise me you're not gonna stop being my friends. Because whether Safari was doing it, y'all know I'm a crybaby because I'm sensitive about my shit and I'm a passionate person. But I'm not about to cry because I've been doing good. I've been going to my counseling sessions and I've been a lot better. But she was like, no, I promise this. I love you. I know you're not gonna, I'm not gonna stop being your friend. And I was like, and promise we could never film about this shit on Love and Hip Hop. I told Erica what happened, and I don't supposed to be talking like this, but because I'm so much of a real girl, I could not hold it no more. Erica called me and I said, I got something to tell you. Promise me you're not gonna hate me, and promise me you're not gonna stop being my friend. Those are the words that I told her. Safari was playing with me or not, he was out of line. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have called me. He shouldn't have told me that stuff. He shouldn't have been saying he want to be with me. He shouldn't have done none of that. He was out of line when he did that. And I can remember it like yesterday. When I told Erica, she called Eric screaming to the top of her lungs, crying. Like, bro, tell me it's not true. Tell me it's not true. But you know one thing I didn't do? I didn't throw Bambi under the bus and tell Erica that Bambi knew, because I knew Erica was going to be mad at Bambi if she knew all this time. So I told Erica, the only person that knew was Eric. When it realistically, the people that I told first was Bambi and Erica. I mean Bambi and Eric. So when it all came out, me and Erica was crying. She was hurt. She was distraught. I was hurt. You know, all them days I was living with not telling her that. Safari was telling her that shit was tearing me into pieces as a friend. But I knew I told Baby. I knew I told Eric. So it still didn't make me feel good. It still didn't make me feel good. Just so fucked up. It's so fucked up that all this stuff happened and then nobody stood up for me. Everybody know how hard I go for my brand. I don't hang with other celebrities. I don't ask people for shout outs. I have helped thousands of girls make thousands of dollars, made 100 millionaires. And it's so crazy how the enemy be working against people. But as my friends, how hard I've been going for them on Love and Hip Hop about to fight they niggas, they mistresses and all that. You would think that they would stand up for me and say one thing and not let the world think that I was really trying to fuck this clown. Erica and Bambi, we're not friends anymore. Just so the world would know. We're not friends anymore. And it's so fucked up because I love them. Telling her that shit was tearing me into pieces as I love them bad. I don't open up to people. I got the same best friend since the 4th grade. I got the same friends, Tanky, Dara, since I was younger. They've been my friends for 20 years. And guess what my friends be saying? I don't fuck with them TV bitches. They some real hood bitches from the West Side. And they be like, they don't fuck with these TV bitches. And I be like, nah, it's cool. All right.
Well,
I'm
trying to see the video.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna end it there, because it's a lot. But the general premises of the whole thing is when you have friends and they have a mate and you gotta tell them something, sometimes the boomerang comes back on you and it backfires. Dustin, I'll start with you. Did you ever have to tell a friend something and it backfired on you? Dustin, are you there? All right, I'm gonna move on from Dustin.
Can you hear me now, Diva?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I did, and it still hurts me to this day.
I didn't hear you. Say that again.
I said yes, I did, and it still hurts to this. It still bothers me to this day.
It hurts you to this day. Okay, I heard you. Yeah, it's a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing to do. Felicia, have you ever been in this position?
For me, I consistently say that children are to be loved and protected.
Mm-hmm.
And I also believe just stay out of grown people business if it's not your business.
Oh, okay.
She is young and she's feeling emotionally bad about having shared. Hopefully she'll learn from this and she won't do it again. I don't get in married people business, grown people business.
Mm-hmm.
You with this person, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Someone comes to me and say, well, did you know? And I just say no. Yeah, I lie. I say no.
You know what though? Yeah. Whew, yeah, but I understand because you end up getting yourself in a whole debacle, a whole hot mess.
And sometimes what happens is then somebody wants to say that you're jealous of them or you envious them or you want their man or I see how you was looking at them or you're not with nobody and I'm not going down that road. No, I didn't see. No, I didn't know. Sorry to hear. That's it.
Yeah. Okay then. Wayne, what are your thoughts?
Not that I can recall, because this is what I live by.
Mm-hmm.
The best business in the line of business is the business you have of your own. If you don't have no business, then make it your business to leave other people's business alone.
Well, you better come on now.
And that way, you don't get caught up in all the bull crap. I don't care if I see my best friend's girlfriend coming out of somebody's house. I'm not telling.
Woo.
I'm not telling. I'm not getting involved Because what happens is you go running your mouth, they get back together, and you look like the fool.
Yeah.
So no, I don't say nothing.
Whew. Chef Kev, your thoughts?
Okay, so this was in Red Lobster, and my at the time girlfriend saw her best friend man with another woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Don't say nothing."
Mm.
Oh, you men, you men, you men. She asked somebody else. Never said, "Don't say nothing."
Mm-hmm.
It took for her mother to say, "Don't say nothing."
Mm-hmm.
He got, saw her, and then of course he confessed. Oh, that was just my coworker, and the girlfriend is like, "What?" So he snitched on himself. They went to this whole, got to this whole. He's supposed to be my friend, supposed to have my back, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couple weeks, months later, she calls me. She said, "You know what? Her and that heifer got engaged." So she said, I'm glad I didn't say nothing. But it just lets you know that you, like he said, you can be the new fool. You can sit there and be the fool. Mind your business. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, keep it pimping. You know what I mean? Keep it pimping. Because you don't know. And on the other side of it, and this is real talk, that's experience. The other one is too. You don't know what people are into. Okay? You don't know what people are into. They could be swingers, they could be, you never know. So mind your business, put your hand in your pocket and keep on stepping.
Mm. It's your bestie, you not telling. You minding your business?
Me? Oh, I ain't snitching. I'm gonna keep who? I ain't saying nothing.
Mm.
It has to be, it literally would have to be someone like, you would have to be somebody really, like you talking about my brother, like I know you're not doing nothing. You can't be doing something than me snitching up. If you're doing your dirt, I definitely ain't snitching. But it would have to be something where I know you. It's going, yo, look, this. And that's very rare. You know what I mean? But I see how the people. I say, I stay out of grown folks' business. I mind mine.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Nikki, what are your thoughts?
Ooh, child. The fact that Wayne memorized that whole statement, I'm like, Wayne, who did someone unfriended you, sir? I'm just saying. No, listen. I have been that friend that people come to year after year, tell me about all they stupid baby daddy drama, whatever the case may be. And when I was much younger, I would always give my opinion. And then those friends would go tell their boyfriend or whoever, Nikki said da, 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 da. And so now I'm on the outside. I believe in a good anonymous videotape. And I'm gonna film old bro or old girl doing whatever, and then I'm anonymously somehow send it to my friend or my sister or whoever, because I do believe, well, then after I do that, I am gonna go like look them in the face wherever they are. Hey, how you doing? I am gonna go do that so that they know that I know. But I'm not gonna say anything to the friend or the sister or the bestie or whoever, because in my opinion, I've had enough friends to have their significant other then be like, well, we don't want her at our house, or she can't come by, or whatever the case may be. And I don't understand those friends, so we really not friends anymore. But I also believe this wholeheartedly. I believe people that have bad relationships, or their people are stepping out on them, or whatever the case may be, they typically know. They don't need you to tell them that they boyfriend or girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, whoever that they're with is in a bad relationship. They usually already know. So I'm just kind of like, if they come to me and say, hey, did you know? I'm gonna probably be like, I wanted to say something, but I just don't know how you were gonna react. I didn't want to hurt you. Plus, like I think Chef Kid or somebody said, you don't know what type of relationship that person is okay with. So if they're okay with X, Y, and Z, then I'm just gonna let you be you. You know, I would want someone to tell me, because I need to move on with all my juiciness over here. No, I ain't got time to waste my time with you. But anyway.
Paulette, you could be my bestie. Tell me. Don't let me wake up in the hospital and I got an STD or whatever the case may be. Tell me. So I could put the stop sign up. Deuces, I'm good. And I'm telling my bestie. Telling my bestie, I done saw a brother man down there over at the Cheesecake Factory or the lot, Red Lot, wherever. I saw him. I did. Now, if you want to stay with him, I ain't gonna be mad at you. That's your business. But I did see him over there. Because I don't want him to think, especially if he saw me, that I'm your secret keeper. No, I'm not. I saw you, you saw me. We saw each other. Julius, what are you doing?
If I was in that situation, I would want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also say this, I'm like, you know what? I'll go probably do my own little shopping. I'll get creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
We had the song come out in 2001 for a reason. Oops, hit 'em up style.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping spree. And then if a little homie wanna holler at me, listen. But it's like Lynn Toller said, Judge Lynn Toller, excuse me. It's like she said, and this goes for both men and women. Don't let but she was referring to a man when she was talking to this young lady. Don't let a man show you no more than one time that he doesn't want you.
Don't let a man show you twice that he don't want you.
All I need is that one time, because guess what, baby? There's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Let me do my quick little and then I'm on my way.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And like I told y'all, go to Tasha K channel because this is a true story. You got me tangled up in the threesome. Your other chick you dealing with is cray cray. She keeps stalking me. She keep coming for me. And I'm going to get unalived or maybe be in a whole situation. This woman did 20 years. And at the bottom line, the 20 years ended up being is really over a darn man. Because those two ladies would have never known each other if it wasn't for that man that was in
I'm not fighting over no sausage.
Yeah, that part.
There's plenty more sausage that the butcher, the universe in this case, can provide, and I am good.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So I'm good. Yeah, tell me where you saw that, and I'm good. In my opinion, I'm coming to you. Just 1 second. Let me share a screen with everybody. I don't know how to find the other video that quick, but this is the guy. This is the guy. She showed this one an hour ago, and as she's saying, it's part 2. I don't know where part 1 is. I'll have to go back and try to find it. That's the guy, Antoine Young. This lady the lady on this side right here, with the long black hair. That's the one that did 20 years in prison, and then the one over here is the one that's partially blind because the one with the black hair threw the acid on the one with the blonde hair. And over that man in the middle, I be darned. Not fighting over nobody's man. I'm not fighting over no man. Point blank, period. Yeah, she's out. I'm telling you right now, I'm not fighting over no man. So if you see who I'm calling my man in these streets with somebody else, let me know. Let me know. Because I'm going to go ahead and get this stepping.
That was on Maury. She was on Maury.
She was on Maury.
Years ago. She was on Maury like 2002 or 3. I saw it.
She was on Maury.
Hold
on one second, guys. Respect the friendship. I don't want him thinking we cool like that. Exactly, special K. Nowadays, it's detrimental to tell the truth. It's not safe for someone to not know who they're dealing with. You better come through. And if they're really your friend, they ain't going to get mad at you. They not. I'm speaking up. I'm using my words. I saw your boo down the street with some other girl. Now, maybe it's his cousin. And if it's his cousin, no harm, no foul. Maybe it's the bestie. But I don't know who it is. But I'm just letting you know I saw them.
And it's just like, folks see common courtesy as a outdated practice. Me, just let me know. But I always say, and this is the truth, and I tell this to many of the gay guys that I come across.
Mm-hmm.
If you and we become a couple and you decide to dip, you decide to break your vow of fidelity to me, listen, I'm not going to chase you. because I wasn't guided by my elders like that. If he
Listen,
want to go,
if somebody
let
don't
him
want
go.
you, let them walk. Let them walk.
Go.
Yeah, in my opinion, because I do not want to bump into overtime. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I don't know what kind of friends these people got. First of all, I don't deal with friends that's gonna cut me off for me telling them the truth. And all my friends know I don't want nothing you got. Okay? Here's the thing though. Safari is for the streets. Sierra lie too much. So that's the reason why they in this turmoil. I wouldn't give a dang what Safari do. Safari need to go somewhere and fly his behind back to wherever he came from. I don't understand what they see in these toxic men that sleep around and pass all these things around and then load you up with babies and then go to the next one. No,
Woo.
I'm sorry.
Woo, you done said
May
it,
the
girl.
ch-
Load you
may
up
the
with
church
babies. No,
say
go ahead in my
amen.
opinion. Hold on, let her finish. Go ahead in my opinion. Did you finish? Load you
No,
up
because
with
see,
babies.
here's the thing. Erica been crying for 2 years now. They divorced. She's sitting here with 3 babies by this ninja. Okay, you sitting here with 3 babies, begging this man to come back when he over there flirting with somebody else, trying to load her up with children. Leave that piece of trash nigga where he is. Okay, and Sierra had you came to her ahead of time and not waited 6 months to tell her he was at your house trying to hit you. Why is her nigga calling you in the first place? How he get your number? Like, I don't do this kind of stuff. Ain't none of my friends calling my husband. And my husband ain't calling none of my friends. Like, what we do that at? Like, what is this? The school, y'all? We just gonna pass the numbers around? No.
There's a lot
May
of
the church
people. So
say
you know
amen.
what? What I need everybody to do in the chat. Put a 1 if you would tell, and a 2 if you wouldn't tell your friend. Put a 1 in the chat if you would tell, a 2 if you would not tell. Yeah, she got 2 babies by Safari, but I know what you meant in my opinion. She got 2 babies because her first son is by somebody else.
Hey, Dave, I got a question.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you feel if you told your friend that, whether it's a male or female,
Mm-hmm.
and they went and unalived them?
Listen, if you that unstable, because we never know. I can't say. So, okay, wait. I'm going to come back to you. Give me a second. A lot of people would say telling. A lot of people telling. Okay, y'all, come on now. There's some people that's not telling. And I do get this too, Nano. Said maybe, depending on the situation. I hear that. And I think, JL, that's because you got 1/2. I think you a maybe too. I get the maybes. I get the maybes also. So here's the thing. My thing is, again, like I said, my advice to everybody out there, I don't care, male, female, whatever. I'm not fighting over no person. If you want to walk, walk. I ain't never in my life had nothing that good. My freedom and myself means more to me than any other person. I'm not doing it. You want to walk, you go ahead and walk. I ain't saying I ain't gonna cry. I ain't saying I ain't gonna have a moment, but I'm gonna keep that moment to myself and my friends. And if it's a bad moment, then y'all just come check on me, make sure I'm eating and washing myself, and I'm good. But I'll tell you what, I'm not fighting over no man. Not me. This poor young lady lost her whole life, had no relationship with her son. Y'all got to go over there to Tasha K and watch it. No relationship with her son. All because of that man and some other chick. No, I'm not doing it. So yes, please tell me, Diva, I saw him over there, and guess what? When he get to the house, when I speak to him again, I'm gonna ask him, and I'm gonna let him know you got one time to tell me the truth.
Which one are you referring to?
What are you talking about?
When you said she had no relationship with her son.
I'm talking about the young lady who actually threw the acid on the other one. She went to jail. She did 20 years.
Yeah, because they knew about each other, but it was it was not secret about it. Because she went over to her house to get her keys from the car for the van, whatever, and she came downstairs and threw the acid in the girl's face.
No, you see, wait, hold on, Chef Cab. You need to go watch the interview. It wasn't as simple as she just came down and threw acid on this girl. He opened the door. She told him, don't open the door. He opened the door saying he was going to handle the situation. The girl came in the house. They're fighting. The punk left. The punk left. Why would you let these two women be in the house fighting? He left. And they left him in the house fighting. And I don't remember the whole interview. The interview is on Tasha K. Go watch it. The girl walks out the house or something like that, and she went, got the cup, put bleach in it, and then she threw it on her. He took the girl that got the bleach or the acid or whatever thrown on her and dropped her off at a gas station and called 911. But my whole point is, they didn't know. It wasn't like she was in an authorized threesome. He was playing both the ladies. He was playing both the ladies. And his interviewing himself out of his own mouth, he said, I was confused. I was kind of in love with both of them. And because he told a lie, and this came out of his own mouth, I literally just watched the interview out of his own mouth. He said he lied because he was mad at the one that threw the acid. He said because the other girl provoked it the whole time. She was a dancer in a club. She was a stripper, the other woman. She was a stripper, and she was having her stripper friends stalk the girl, follow the girl, yada, yada, who. But my real point that I want to say is, you can have him. You can have him. And he would have never been at my house. You can have him. So he lied and acted as if the girl that threw the acid on her was like, you know, she meant to do it and she was trying to do it or whatever. But meantime, he did that, cost her 20 years in jail, and that's not how it went down. Because now he's coming out his mouth talking about the other girl was an aggressor. She was a stalker. She was sending her friends after her. And to this day, allegedly, I can't say for fact, I'm not dumb. To this day, allegedly, okay, yeah, bleach, scalding hot water, and lie. Yes, Brandon. That's what she threw on her. But the real issue is over some man. I'm good. But so the story didn't unfold exactly. It's a whole lot going on there. But all I could say is he admitted on Tasha K. You can go watch it. He admitted on Tasha K that he lied up in the court. He admitted in Tasha K that Sabrina is full of it, and many people know the true story. He said that the reason why her story is spreading like wildfire is because her son is in the NFL, and she just has that platform. Now, this is coming out of his mouth. But my thing is, again, over some man, no, I'm good. And if I could tell any female anything, run, don't do it. Run and don't ever look back. Don't have no man out here, or no female for that matter, because there's some, men that get caught up with some crazy female.
Love yourself first.
Come on now, you better love yourself first.
Love yourself. Risking your freedom. It's not worth risking your freedom over some sausage or
whatever you prefer. It ain't worth it. Thank you so much, VOA. You said your aunt did 5 years. See, who's worth 5 years of your life? Who's worth 20 years of your life? And the young lady who did it, I think her name is, Savannah. Her baby was like 2 or 3 when she went in. What she says, she has no relationship with her son. Her son is not doing well. So her son had a hard time as a result of this whole situation, and no mother in his life. Why? Because the mother did a thing, a split-second decision, and she's locked up 20 years down in the hole. And then that coward had the nerve, he gonna lie up in the court. No, I'm good. You never know which way they gonna swing.
Who did he lie on?
He lied on Savannah. He lied on the one that threw the acid. Oh. He lied on her. He admitted on Tasha K. He said, he admitted that he lied in the court. You on mute, Wayne, if you're talking to us. He admitted it. But like I said, go watch it. Nobody, come on now. Nobody's worth 5 minutes of like that. That's on Box. Period.
Hey Diva.
Yes. And
you didn't come to me yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, talk to me.
Okay, I'm gonna go very quickly because I know you got to go.
Take your time. No, I take your time. I didn't realize I skipped you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if I had a friend, if I saw something, if I had a friend and they were going through that and I saw something, I'm gonna tell my friend. Because that's what a real friend does. Because if something was happen, if that happened to me, I want my friend to tell me, because if you don't, I get what people are saying, but if you don't tell your friend, if you see something and you don't tell your friend, then they're not going to trust you.
That part.
But that's it, Diva.
Yeah, thank you. See something, say something. Robin, I skipped you. Where you at? Robin's not up here.
Yeah,
I
she's
think before
not
you
here.
started this session or this topic, she said she didn't get to go, but you didn't hear her.
I didn't hear her. Y'all know y'all gotta scream at me louder, and y'all know I won't get mad. When the screen, I try to go in order, but when like a drop down happens, the screen spins, and I don't know where I'm at that point.
Right.
Y'all gotta say something to me. You gotta be like, Diva, you skipped me, but like Denzel did. Like, Diva, you skipped me. Did everybody get to speak?
I did.
All right. I thank y'all because I'm overtime. I'm going to choke y'all. Thought this was going to be a quick Friday night ride.
We love you too.
Love you back. But
we love you, Diva.
See something, say something.
Okay.
Then come on, Denzel. Okay. Period. All right, guys. I love y'all. I hope y'all hit that. Robin got kicked out again. All right, Robin. I'm sorry I skipped you, boo. Listen. Hit that like button, okay? Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Love you, Diva.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.